The gentleman that attacked me at the hospital, I don't know if you have this in the US, but in Canada, we have something called a community justice forum or healing circle. So what it is it doesn't get used very much, but it's based on some Aboriginal and Indigenous practices where in a lot of their communities, if someone breaks the law, they have like a community circle with the elders, people that maybe were hurt by whatever happened, and the person who did the wrong. And they kind of sit in a circle and try to sort of hash it out to avoid maybe police intervention or to come up with the best way for healing for everyone in the community about what happened. Mm-hmm. So the OPP in Canada, in Ontario, have adopted, they call it the Community Justice Forum, but it's basically a healing circle. I was approached after that incident to ask if I'd be willing to do a healing circle with this individual, which was a unique situation because I was a cop, but I was also a victim. And so I agreed to do it. The way a healing circle or community justice forum works is the accused comes and can bring any of their friends and support that they want to bring to this. There's a court, basically mediator that comes. So this is an official meeting where if the parties come to terms of something, it's held up in the courts. The victim can come and bring any friends and support that they want to bring. And so the gentleman that had assaulted me was looking at prison time for that level of assault against a police officer with an injury that was life-changing, looking at some serious time. Mm-hmm. So he came and he brought a lot of friends and family. On that side of the circle, it was kind of full over there on that side of the room. On my side of the circle, it was just me. My wife wasn't ready to come. You know, I think she would have maybe attacked him if she came. She was pretty angry, understandably so, right? Because as much as this impacted me, this incident, that injury, the amount it impacted my wife and kids, it would be impossible to measure. So I get there that day. And so the way it works is the victim, in that case it was me, explains the incident and the impact it's had on them in their life. And then the accused kind of does the same. And then you sort of open up a dialogue for maybe avoiding this going to trial, which when I was on my way there, did not think that was going to be a possibility because I was filled with anger. And so it's my turn to speak. I'm kind of looking at the floor, just sort of not wanting to look at him or his support system. And I'm explaining, my sort of take on what I remembered from that day, which wasn't a lot, but more importantly, the aftermath and the impact on my wife, my family, my potential career. Because at that point, the prognosis wasn't good for my ability to work ever again. And so I'm sort of staring at the floor. I'm kind of in my trance, just explaining what's happened. And all of a sudden, there's like a noise on the other side of the circle. I kind of ignore it. And the noise kind of like grows and spreads until finally I'm kind of like shaken out of my sort of haze there. And I look up and the noise is him sobbing. But not just him, everyone on the other side of the room hearing my story, they're just breaking down. And I mean,